Good morning, guys, or good afternoon, whenever this is reaching you. Today, well, first of all, I should introduce myself. It's Anthony here. Today I want to talk about warrior love. Warrior love. Sometimes those two terms, people see them as being diametrically opposed, because a warrior may be seen as somebody who's quite harsh and is involved in conquests where love may be put aside. But in reality, warriors are, and rebels are sometimes the kind of people who carry the most love for themselves and for their other loved ones than can be possibly imagined, because they're prepared to fight and do whatever it takes to get whatever needs to be done to save what is most precious, whether it be their family, their community, their loved one and their children. And this is what is needed right now in the world, but it all starts in the home, doesn't it, people? It all starts with yourself, and how that love communicates and translates to that person which is the nearest to you. That might be your wife, it might be your husband, it might be your child, it might be your mother, it might be your best friend, it could be a colleague at work, it could even be your boss. So, what do we mean by warrior love? Now, the reason why I bring this up is because a lot of people regard love as something soppy, as something nice, something which you hold on to, something that you cling on to, and it's all nice and romantic. That is what you would call, I think it was, that's a romantic kind of love, and it's nice to have a bit of romance in your life, but there's a higher form of love, and that's unconditional love, because the warrior has conquered fear. The warrior is prepared to die at any moment. The warrior is prepared to get him out there, get the dice out there, and just throw them out and not care, because that warrior knows there's a code that you live your life by. A fearless code which is based upon the highest ideals, which automatically bring about a sense of harmony and balance to himself and or herself and the rest of their community. They are a light that shines and inspires everything that it touches around. The warrior love shines through what is known as the diamond body. The diamond body is known in esoteric traditions as the perfection of the physical body and the energetic body, which, with the understanding of that we are almost like a quartz crystal. We are a receptacle conduit for universal energy coming through us, and any form of opaqueness, any form of dirtiness, any form of impurities need to be transmuted, need to be taken away, reverse engineered, polished, cleaned and put back into place. And that happens through death. Not the death at the end of your life, but the preparedness and the openness to die on a daily basis, really. And understanding natural cycles of increase of energy and decrease of energy. Putrefaction is an alchemical term. The fruit, I'll show you in a minute because I've got some fruit down here, that falls off the tree, then rots away. Then through a magical process, that energy from the fruit is then through a rotting process then put back into the earth. This same concept applies to us, and this process of death is letting go. It's time to let go, folks, of those bullshit expectations and conditioning programs that we have about which affect the relationships that we live in. The expectations we have for your wife, for your children, for your mother. Let them go, let them die away, let yourself be taken down into a state sometimes of melancholy, sometimes of depression, and go with it. Let that shit take time and just to boil away, because it is a natural engine for rebirth to happen. So it's changing our perspective on what it means to love somebody, no strings attached, to liberate somebody and liberate yourself. If there's any designs you've got on anybody else in your relationships about the way they behave, right? you've got issues yourself. It's about you. Yeah? Is there anything at the moment that you feel resentful about? Is there anything that's pissing you off about that other person in your life? Are they taking liberties in any way, shape or form? Do you feel unloved? Do you feel that you're not being treated good enough? Just do a little bit of a body scan. Have a feel round your heart, round here. Can you feel any burning sensation? Can you feel any disturbance at all in your body? Is there anything that's building up? Is there anything you need to say? You know what? Just say it. Now, excuse me. I love you to pieces, but you're pissing me off. I've got to say it. Just get it out there. Because that thing, that one small thing is blocking you from properly being yourself and shining your light brightly. Yeah? That thing needs to be eradicated. Yeah? And sometimes that thing requires a certain amount of electrical pressure. Come here. Come and say hello. My son's come to say. I'm going to pick him up. My son's coming to say. Say hello.
Hello.
Where are you going?
I'm going to pictures with my nana and my mum to see Goosebumps.
Goosebumps. Have a good time, dude.
Alright.
See you later.
See you, love you.
Love you. So, yeah. Don't let these things fester. Don't let them fester at all. At the moment, there's something going on astrologically. We've got Mars there, the male warrior planet, the volitional energy, the thing that cuts away, it's the knife that cuts away. He's planning his way through Scorpio. Scorpio's all about relationships and all about deep, dark emotions which bind all of us together. And at the moment, there is so much opportunity for you to reframe yourself as an individual and to be more flamboyant and more out there and have more liberty, yeah? Which is what the planet needs, warriors and more loving entities. And at the same time, the way that reflects the other person is to cut away all these bullshit strings that are attached to the way that we live our lives and the relationships that we're in. So don't be afraid to be that warrior, and just because Mars is a very unrefined planet, he says it as it is, he gives it, and he almost is sort of like someone's like a rebound kind of, when someone, if you're feeling this way, someone's putting their shit on you, give it them back. Doesn't mean that you don't love them, but ultimately, love is ruthless. Unconditional love is ruthless. And if you want that relationship that we all want, of liberty, and trust, just get it out there, dude, you know what I mean? A little exercise for this, keeping it really practical today, because we're talking about openness and we're talking about broad shoulders and being a warrior. Yeah, a lot of us sometimes, the way the heart transmits the energy, because it all starts in the heart, we can be blocked and we can be hunched and we can be protecting ourselves, because some of us really sensitive people, the healers and the empaths among us, and this is who I am. We've been born into this world, this harsh world, and we've developed all these layers and these defence mechanisms, and in turn, I've become an hard bastard, and I used to go around hitting people, and I was a regressive person. That was just because I was protecting myself. Open up, open that chest, get yourself a nice little broom like this, get it behind your neck, breathe in, breathe out, and take that broom right the way down, slide it up, slide it right the way down, see how far you can get it, and leave that position if needs be. Yeah, a lot of people's trigger points around here, yeah, and a lot of this resentful negative energy is often trapped in the connective tissues and the bones. So when we talk about being a crystal and removing all these impurities, we need to open up these pathways, yeah, because DNA and connective tissues transmit electrical energy. So again, we're inducing the capacity of your body to flow, for electricity to flow through. So get this chest open. Do these basic exercises, because it's all about the body. It starts with the body. It's the densest form of well, you've got your spiritual body. which is out here, and then you've got this dense form here. Get it working. Open up this chest and be mindful of being open. Yeah, you'll be able to communicate then. You will be able to get that message right out there and hit people with your love, however form, shape, or whatever it comes out. Try not to be harmful about it, but sometimes that other person might be harmed because they've got unrealistic expectations and miasmas and fogs. Fancy word that, isn't it? They need, sometimes people need that sword prodding. People need prodding sometimes, and it's going to make them cry, and they might resent you for a while. But if you're true to your word and you're true to your own personal self, and you're operating from the highest form of unconditional love for yourself and the other person, you're going to come out like a beautiful diamond. And how is a diamond formed? Through thousands upon thousands upon thousands of years of tectonic pressure, creating all this heat in nature's engine, crushing and crushing and crushing and crushing to take the piece of carbon, the black sooty piece of carbon, into the most beautiful, translucent, shiny diamond that we know on this planet. Be that diamond, open up, project, own your shit, take it in, digest it, putrefy it, and then come out. Boom! Do you get that, guys? Okay. Love you to bits. It starts and ends with the heart. Love you guys. Goodbye.